Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And this is a shout out to Dee, Charles and Brian. Thank you for all providing me the information. The information relates to the eThekwini Metro Mayor, Zandile Gumede. It's a lady. And she handed herself in for corruption. Yep. Over 200 million rand, involving none other than the Durban Solid Waste, DSW, the guys who were running around Durban in their trucks while the Durban Indaba was happening. Remember, causing chaos, dumping trash in the middle of Durban? The employees who work for the same department that she has stolen money from. Over 200 million rand, which was supposed to be done for DSW, and nothing was ever done, and the money just disappeared. And here's a bit of background to it. And I've got a video attached at the end, so you can watch that as well. The mayor of eThekwini Metro, Zandile Gumede, has been granted 50,000 rand bail after handing herself over to the Hawks on Tuesday morning. Gumede appeared in the Durban Commercial Crimes Court on charges that include fraud, corruption and racketeering. What a great mayor. No wonder Durban is in such a state of disrepair. The charges against Gumede relate to a dodgy 208 million rand tender with the Durban Solid Waste or DSW department. Gumede's bail carries with strict restrictions. The mayor is forbidden from communicating with any officials linked to auditing at DSW, communicating with anyone involved in the supply chain management, communicating with any legal or financial employees in the KwaZulu-Natal Metro, or communicating with any of its operational staff. She also may not access any documents relating to her investigation, leave South Africa or KwaZulu-Natal without police notice, or change her residential address. Magistrate Dawn Somaru emphasized the seriousness of the conditions attached to Gumede's bail. Due to intimidation and threats, investigations had to be brought forward. These conditions are strict, and any hint of these conditions directly or indirectly violated, you'll be brought back to court to see if you violated conditions, she said. If you are found to have violated, bail will be revoked and you'll be in custody for the remainder of the matter. Brigadier Hungwani Maladzi, spokesperson for the Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation, or Hawks, told African News Agency on Tuesday morning that he would be issuing a statement on Gumede's release soon. Maladzi would not be drawn into comment further. Earlier this month, 9 people were arrested, including DSW Deputy Head Robert Abu and the city's supply chain manager, Zandile Gumede, for fraud relating to the same tender. They have already appeared before the Commercial Crimes Court. The other accused in the matter were service providers. Gumede appeared alongside a senior counsel at 9 a.m. So there you go. The Durban mayor, in disgrace, in absolute disgrace, rather like the Ipswich mayor here in Queensland, who's facing a whole lot of corruption charges. And that's going to be very interesting. That's actually happening next month. I actually knew the fellow, and he was not good news. Although he was mayor in Ipswich for quite a long time. Now, I'm totally off topic. I'm sorry, guys. Okay? Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and ring the bell to get the updates, and have a great evening.
Well, eThekwini Mayor Zandile Gumede has been arrested on corruption-related charges.
She's expected to appear in the Regional Commercial Crimes Court in Durban this morning. Now, let's get more from our reporter, Dassen Tatya. Dassen, very good morning to you. We are reporting that she's been arrested. What's the latest? Before we get into what's involved in this case, what's the latest on this arrest that you've got for us?
Well, Dan, it's been a game of cat and mouse this morning with no one really saying much about the details of that arrest or about her appearance in court. but our team was at the Durban Central Police Station this morning, and that is where the mayor then handed herself over. We understand that she met with Hawks investigators. It wasn't long that she was there, and she was eventually brought here to the Durban Commercial Crimes Court. And as we understand it, she is inside the building, not inside the courtroom just yet, but she is in the building continuing one of those meetings with these investigators. So it's been quite difficult to get any information, although we started this process last night, and that was when we were alerted to her imminent arrest by a source. And at that time, I called her spokesperson, Zandile Gumede, and I'd asked him if the mayor had been arrested and if she would be appearing in court this morning. And he laughed it off, and he said to me that, we are getting incorrect information, and where did we hear such a thing? Because as far as he knows, that hasn't happened and wouldn't be happening, and said that there's no chance of that. So this morning when I tried to follow up with him, because we had learned that this had in fact now taken place, he wasn't picking up any calls. The Hawks as well not confirming or denying anything just yet, but we've heard from at least 3 independent sources that the mayor, as well as others that are implicated in tender fraud, will be appearing in the Durban Commercial Crimes Court.
Okay, facing fraud charges. It's a 208 million rand tender, we understand. What does that involve?
That's right. So, Dan, you'll remember that earlier this month there were officials from the eThekwini municipality as well as service providers that appeared in this very court, and that was relating to that 208 million rand tender, a DSW tender, Durban Solid Waste tender, that is. And in a nutshell, it related to the fact that this tender was allegedly handed out and no work was done. It took place between about 2016 and about 2018, and in this there were 2 senior eThekwini officials that had been implicated, as well as those service providers that had allegedly benefited from this tender. Now, we are told that this case, the current one with the eThekwini mayor, is a continuation of that, because at the time the Hawks had said that those 9 arrests were only the beginning, and this was an investigation that was still ongoing. And that brings us to this case, and we're hoping that more of those details, including the actual charges in addition to corruption, will be revealed when that court appearance takes place shortly.
Now, Dustin, I don't want to put you on the spot. When that court appearance takes place shortly, to be in that building of the Commercial Crimes Court, you'd expect the mayor to appear in person.
Exactly, because we know for a fact that she is in the building. The expectation is that she will appear before that court. We're still waiting for confirmation, official confirmation, on those 2 other officials that are expected to appear alongside her. But yes, that's very much the expectation. A first appearance, unlikely to be very long, and we will update you as soon as we hear anything further.